And we are live. Welcome, brothers, to another show. Today we're going to be talking about some Colombian updates. But first and foremost, man, I'm going to welcome all the new members to the Facebook group. Let me go ahead and shout out the guys that's in here already who came in to join early today. We got the one JPTV says tapping in passport pimps. King Lou, we got King Lou in the building. Toronto in the building, hitting Bogota in August. King Lou, man, hopefully everything will be back to normal by August, brother. We got David Lee, be there in August, save me some chicas. That's what's up, brother. It's many out here. We got King Lou again, says LOL. I already put 8 chicas. Okay, I got you, bro. We got King Sigma in the building. He says, salute to black men. Hashtag be free. That's what's going on, brother. We got Zay in the building. Says, what's good? I wonder if that's my homeboy, Zay, from college. Shout out to Mr. Live and Let Live, watching from West Africa. That's what's up, brother. What country you in West Africa? K. Hartman in the building said, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. So like I said, man, first and foremost, guys, I really appreciate you all joining the private Facebook group, Black Men Travels. If you haven't already joined, man, make sure you join. I'm going to go ahead and click on the, let me go ahead and share the screen here, guys. Let's go here. So yeah, as you can see, man, the Facebook group has been off the chain. We are at about 5,700 members right now in the Black Man Travels private Facebook group, man. A lot of information, a lot of good comments in the group, man. You know, we discuss various topics. I mean, it's mostly based on travel, but we touch up on everything. You get to see brothers exploring the globe, going to different countries, and if you have any questions, you can ask those brothers, hey, man, you know, how is it out there, especially during a time like this, man, where you have all these COVID restrictions. We're going to talk about these COVID restrictions today, man, because right now, Colombia is going on another lockdown, unfortunately. And I know I got some brothers coming into town. The thing about the news here in Colombia is it changed so rapidly. You know, they'll say one thing because what's basically happened is you got some people that want to keep everything open. You got some people that want to close everything down. So the guys are going back and forth in the courts. You know, the governor, the immigration people, everybody's kind of going back and forth trying to figure out how to curb this coronavirus pandemic right now. So unfortunately, guys, because of the Easter holiday, they're saying that the COVID cases went up and the hospitals are back full, especially in the major cities like Medellin, Colombia, Cali, Colombia, Barranquilla, all that. They're saying that the COVID cases are going up, unfortunately. So right now we are in total lockdown, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to that in a few, guys. I'm gonna let some more brothers come on in the room before we get the flowing. We got 53 in the room. That's what's up, man. When you come in the room, do your boy a favor and hit that like button. Gary Mack said that's probably that placement. He talking about the t-shirts. Yeah, man, I really appreciate all the support we've been getting for the t-shirts, brothers. Brothers are rocking them all over Colombia. I love to see it, man. I got t-shirts here. So if you guys want to hit me up, you can email me or you can shoot me a message in my inbox and I'll meet you somewhere and I go ahead and, you guys can cop a t-shirt from your boy. All right. So let me cover some more stuff in the group. And I want to say this real quick, man. Guys, as far as the private Facebook group, because I get messages all the time talking about, hey, man, these guys in this group are crazy. Listen, you got guys from the age of 20 all the way up to 75 or something in the group, brothers. You got brothers from New York, DC, California. You know, everybody grew up different. Everybody grew up in different neighborhoods. So the mindsets are going to be a little different because people are at different stages of their life. You know, just because you don't disagree or agree with a brother don't mean you got to be, outright disrespectful. Because I get all these messages, hey, bro, this guy said this, you guy said that. Listen, man, look at it kind of like, like a big locker room or something like that, man. And guys just gonna be messing around. Guys gonna be talking ish, bro. You just gotta get used to it. If you're not used to growing up around a bunch of brothers, you know how we like to, go back and forth with each other. Maybe talk a little ish. What they call it, the Joneses or whatever you call it in your neighborhood. We go back and forth, but that doesn't deter from all the information, the wealth of information that you would get in this group, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, especially for my newbie travelers. You have information being exchanged from brothers that's traveled all over the world. And you have a question, you simply post a question. For example, today, I forgot the brother's name, so forgive me, brother, because you might be watching this video. But he said, hey, man, I must be doing something wrong. I work for this water company. I make good money, but I'm not able to travel or live overseas like you guys are doing. What am I doing wrong? And I told him, I said, hey, man, jobs are okay, but, you want to find a way to make money, while you sleep. That's number one. So you want to have some type of asset. You might want to get into real estate. Shout out to my brother Cardell. You talk to him about real estate. You might want to get maybe some crypto. The stocks are a little funny style right now, I have to admit, because my portfolio is down. But, ask questions in the group. That was a really good question that brother asked, because some guys will sit there and just hate. They'll throw a little shade on guys traveling the world instead of asking them, because they're not comfortable with asking brothers information. And that's one thing as black men, we kind of got to get over, right? We got to kind of rebuild our ranks up again, man, because let me tell you something. When I started listening to older brothers, shout out to Taylor Made, shout out to, older brothers that I used to work with. When I started listening to older brothers, not all older brothers, intelligent older brothers that I want to mimic my lifestyle after. When I started listening to them, my life improved tenfold, brothers. Because, you can ask certain mentorship questions to females, to sisters, to white men, but the role is always going to be different for a black man, okay? It's going to be a little different. So instead of throwing shade or trying to figure it out yourself, just simply ask the question, hey, brother, how are you able to live overseas? What did you do to put yourself in a position where you can travel the world? Because I know a lot of brothers want to get up out their neighborhoods. A lot of brothers out here frustrated with their jobs. A lot of brothers frustrated with the relationships, in the States with some of the women, their mentality. So, brother, just ask the question. That was a great question. Now, I want brothers to ask more questions like that instead of just kind of going back and forth with the Joneses and everything. And I like to joke around, too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about a specific post that I made last week that had over maybe 250 comments, okay? So I was joking around. I'm a very lighthearted guy. I like to keep the engagement. And the question was, hey, can you turn a pro into a housewife? Specifically, a foreign pro. And if you don't know what pro means, ask in the comment section, what is a pro? Matter of fact, let me make sure everything is good. Shout out to Marcus Love. So, I posted a pic of a chick I was, seeing for a little minute or whatnot. And I was like, hey, bros, can you turn, I'm a saver, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, right? Now, most brothers that know me know that I was joking around. I'm trying to find that post. Let me see if I can find that post. Will the Beast, a pro is a professional relationship person, okay? It's a guard tool. Basically, you pay for the relations. So I'm gonna see if I can try to find that post, by the way. But most guys that know me know I was just joking around. They know I was trolling, just trying to get some engagement, But you got guys that thought I was dead serious and left me paragraphs of messages. Like, come on, bro, you doing better than that, bro. Come on, dude. I'm like, bro, come on, man. I'm joking around here. You should know I'm joking around. I even put the lyrics to the Project Pat song under the post, Don't Save It. So you got to know that I'm joking around here, fellas, But that is a good subject because I do see a lot of guys doing that, And one thing I'm going to say, when it comes to females and women, brothers going to do them regardless of the shaming, regardless of whatever they do, men are going to do them. Okay, we come together collectively, right? And have group thoughts sometimes. But for the most part, most men are individuals. And they're going to do what they do. And they're going to psych themselves out, however they're going to psych themselves out to say that this woman is a woman I should invest in. Now, I don't suggest that. I don't suggest wifing up any female that's been in the game or through the ringer, because there's a lot of emotional damage when they start to monetize their bodies. You feel me? It's a lot of emotional damage. It almost reminds me of, I had a friend of mine who had a Cutlass. He had like an 88 or 86 Cutlass or something, right? And this dude loved this Cutlass. This is, Cutlass is a car, guys don't know. And this guy poured in, over the years, thousands of dollars into this Cutlass. I mean, maybe 20 grand into this Cutlass. But that car never got right. He put engine after engine into it. He did all types of moderations. I mean, he put a 350 in there, all the stuff he did, right? But the car, it never got right. It would always break down in a couple of days. And it just had a lot of wear and tear from the original owner, okay? So not to compare women to cars, but if you understand what I'm trying to, the metaphor here I'm trying to do, guys, is sometimes, man, the front that they put on is just a front. It's all a game to them, guys, okay? I don't suggest any wifing up any chick, foreign, domestic, long term, because it's too many problems. Now, if you one of them guys who's been in the game yourself, you a former pimp, or you got a hell of a mouthpiece, whatever, then maybe that can work out. Pimps marry they main women all the time. That's a whole nother level of whatever, and that still might not be the best situation. But let me go ahead and get to some of these comments, man, and we're going to give you some updates on the lockdowns in Colombia. All right. We got Will the Beast. Okay, I guess I explained that to him. Yeah, we got the great, I guess that's the pre-order pretender. He says, I didn't comment on that. I don't know you, and I knew that was a joke. Yeah, most guys can imagine. I mean, I put the Project Pat lyrics in there for the fellas to kind of tell that I was joking around. But regardless, man, it was some good engagement on that post. Marcus Love said, my 1986 colors broke down the minute I paid for it back in 1991. That's what's up, man. We got 91 in the room. That's what's up. We got 91 in the room, fellas. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on currently in Colombia. Right now, starting today at 8 p.m., Colombia will be on Medellin in particular will be on full lockdown from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monday morning. And they're saying that they're going to have a curfew to April 19th, okay? So what that basically means is no clubs will be open, no bars will be open, no restaurants will be open. You will basically have to sit your ass in the house the entire weekend. I don't even believe you can be outside this weekend, unfortunately. So we put together like this little day party. It's going to be the last party. Shout out to Rob Rose, Robert Thorne III. It's going to be at his Rob's VIP spot in Pacajeres. We're going to party from 1 to 7 p.m. It's going to be the last party before the lockdown for the weekend. So if you're in Medellin, make sure you stop by there, man. We're going to have a few drinks, listen to some music, and then take it on back in because this weekend, you might want to just try to get some work done. So if you're flying down, just keep that in mind. Now, if you're a veteran of Medellin, Colombia, you might know how to move around during this lockdown. But if it's your first time, I suggest just charge April up, bro. Just charge the entire month of April and come in May. Hopefully things will, lighten back up. The COVID cases will go down again, and, we'll be okay. And you can, have a good time, have some fun, because Colombia was wide open for a while. We went through all them lockdowns, October, November, December, even in some parts of January. And in February, March, it started to open back up, and everything was great. The streets were packed, Pacajeres, Provenza, Parque de Poblado, everything was great, man. And then all of a sudden, when it started getting close to Easter, they're saying that the COVID cases shot back up. So we thought, at least I thought personally, that after Easter, everything will go back to normal, but it's looking like it's not going to go back to normal. So my suggestion, guys, unless you're a veteran of Medellin, Colombia, unless you know how to move, unless you got relationships with people already down here, we can go to parties, a finca party, which is like a ranch party. I suggest just charge the month of April and, maybe go DR, holla at Flip Flop or something like that. But go ahead and just charge April up, because I don't want you guys to plan trips this month and then you come out here and you're not even able to leave your apartment. I know that's going to really, really suck. You're not going to have that good experience, right? So to play it safe, I would just try to move my trip back to May. And that way you'll have more information of what's going on. And hopefully the cases, I don't think it's a lot of holidays coming up. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's none. I didn't see none in the calendar. Shout out to Rob at Sweet Georgia Cafe, the owner of Sweet Georgia Cafe. He posted in the private Facebook group all of the holidays that Colombia has. So this type of information that you're going to need. This is why I try to tell brothers, go ahead and join the private Facebook group so you can get the information that you might not see here, on the videos on YouTube, because I might forget to tell you guys something. But it's all posted in the private Facebook group, which is in the link below in the description. So I don't see any holidays coming up. Hopefully there won't be any lockdowns again. But to play it safe, I would just say just scratch April off. Now, if you already booked, you lock, stock, and barrel, you can't get a refund on your plane ticket. You got your Airbnb and everything. Make sure you holler at me. Shoot me an email, blackmentravels@gmail.com, and maybe, we might throw a ranch party, a finca party or something where we can just get out for a while, at least get out the house, man. Because it's going to be difficult because you're not even able to buy alcohol in the stores. I believe it was either the governor. I forgot which guy said it. I'm sorry, which government official, but he's telling everybody to stay home, don't drink, don't do anything. And my thing is, I can't criticize what they do here in Colombia, man, but I hate running from something. I hate trying to hide from something it seems like it's going to be inedible to, for you to get. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because did all the lockdowns work before? I'm not sure. But it was very tough being out here the month of October, November, and December, and everything being shut down. I mean, you can move around a little bit during the day, but after 6 o'clock, it was nothing you can do. So, unfortunately, that's what it is. Now, Brandon around the world, he says he's going to be in Cartagena in April. I know the restrictions of Cartagena are different. I believe that curfew is I think it went from 12 to 10 to 8. So it's really hard to give me you an update because they change it so rapidly. They'll say one thing, like yesterday, for example. I got a news update in the morning, right, that I shared in the group. They shut everything down for the weekend. By the time I walked, did my little jog, I ran into some guys I knew, and they was giving me some more news updates. That's how quick things change in Colombia. They always changing things. So, but Branjur is a veteran, and he speaks Spanish fluently. So he's going to know exactly what's going on right when they say it. So he can come out here, in April, because he knows how to move. And I'm pretty sure he has people already in Cartagena. So that's different. Yeah, Marcus Love, they're saying you can't even buy alcohol in the stores right now. You can't even order alcohol. Shout out to my brother Grego712. What's up, Grego? Me and Grego have a ball when he come out here. He says, Keisha Bottoms and Kemp said you need drinks during times like this, and Atlanta is just fine. That's great, brother. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. Shout out to my brother Jay Clyde. He says, load up on alcohol at the duty free, for sure. Marcus Love says, I need to learn Espanol and Portuguese. Brother, I take classes every week, man. It's a process, but it can be done, especially when you actually out here and you're hearing Spanish every day, watching Spanish movies with your girl and everything. It's going to come. To me, I don't feel like Spanish is one of them languages that you're going to learn fairly quickly, because the main thing about Spanish, you can know, because I can understand a lot of Spanish right now, because I know a lot of Spanish words and I study every week. But you have to really train your ear to understand what they're saying, because it's such a fast language. So it takes some time, and you'll get it in due time for sure. But, like I said, Colombia is one of the best countries to learn Spanish, because they speak very crisp Spanish here, right? And they speak it, they pronounce their words. They speak a little fast, but not as fast as they speak in the DR. So If you're here about a year and you take a few classes, man, you can go ahead and get it on down. All right, now, brother Maurice. My brother Maurice asks, do you know if Cali has lockdowns like Medellin? Yes, Cali does have lockdowns, okay? I'm not sure what the curfew is. I want to say it's like 6 p.m., but all the major cities, Cali, Barranquilla, Medellin, all the major cities pretty much are on curfews and lockdowns, man, because they're saying that the hospitals are full, unfortunately. So what you can do is you can, Google the newest news, the updates. And like I said, if you already have, people out here, you can just move accordingly. I believe you still can maybe buy alcohol at the airport. I'm not sure. But right now, everything, if you can, I would suggest pushing the trip back to May. That's what I would suggest. Yeah, Cartagena too. Yeah, Cartagena has restrictions too. Okay, James Bond. That's a great question because I just left immigration 2 days ago. James Bond 007 says, on the Colombian immigration form, how far back do they want you to know about countries you visited? Is it 30 days or 90 days? I believe it's 30 days, brother. I want to say it's 30 days. But it's a lot of disinformation going on right now, especially when it comes to immigration. Now, you can technically stay in Colombia for 6 months, fellas, right? But at the end of your 90 days, you have to file an extension for another 90 days. If you don't file that extension, then you will be here illegally. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to catch you and deport you and nothing like that. It's just when you leave, you might have to pay a fine leaving or coming back in. Now, people were saying that it resets at the beginning of the year. That's not true. If you come January 1st, yeah, it will reset. But you basically have to, say if you came at the end of the year, you came in November like I did, you would have to leave before the beginning of the year for it to reset. So you have to leave again before January 1st. So I was on the assumption myself that things start over at the beginning of the year and start over at the calendar year, which is not true. I just found out from immigration a couple of days ago. Now the fine, it goes back and forth. It depends on the immigration officer from what I'm hearing, but it's not that bad. It might be like $30 if you stay over a little bit. So everything is different because of COVID right now. So keep that in mind as well. Shout out to Rigo Taxi, man. Shout out to Rigo Taxi in DR. Give him a shout out, guys. If you need to get picked up from Santiago or Puerto Plata, make sure you hit up Rigo Taxi. He just posted his number right there. I'm going to leave it up for a few seconds for you guys. Shout out to my brother, Citizen Lou, in the building. He says, Mexico might be the best move if you're vacationing for few weeks. Yeah, Mexico, I believe, is wide open. I did an interview Saturday night with my brother, QB Willie B, who just left Guadalajara, one of them. And he says it's wide open out there in Mexico. So I don't believe that the COVID cases are too bad out there, So yeah, if you're trying to just get out of the States for a while, man, you might want to hit Mexico, fellas. Okay, what up, TM? Yeah, man. Okay, that's what's up. Yo, this is this guy sitting with your boy in Medellin the other day, and I told you about the day party at Sweet Georgia. You remember? Yeah, I sure do. My brother Mufasa Shabazz in the building. Says, just left Mexico City in Cancun for 9 days with my daughter. It was wide open. So, guys, that's your confirmation right there. Mexico is wide open. It's wide open right now. We got Job Mez in the building. He says, just got here. Any quarantine requirement in Colombia? Yeah, man, we on lockdown. Like I was saying earlier, you're not going to be able to leave the house after 8 p.m. for the entire weekend. And I believe after the weekend, up until the 19th, you're going to be on some type of curfew or restriction or pica y cedula, which means you can only shop in the grocery stores in certain days. So if your last number falls on the even day, you'll be able to shop on the even day. If it falls on the odd day, you'll be able to shop on the odd day, unfortunately. That doesn't apply to like the smaller stores like the day ones or the day una, I'm sorry. which means the day una is kind of like a Family Dollar to a certain degree. So you can't get all your groceries in there like that, but you don't have to show your ID to get in there if you want to just get a few things, all right? Mufasa Shabazz says, I flew out from Tijuana and crossed the border by land, so I did not need a COVID test to go back to the U.S. That's what's up, man. We got another Shalan Fantastic says, I have a trip coming to Medellin on Thursday. I'm a pro, so I'll be okay. But no bars open. That's going to be tough. Yeah, man. Shout out to Robert Thorne III. And shout out to also Rob. It's another Rob that owns Sweet Georgia Cafe. We tried to make an adjustment, man, and just do day parties, right? So the day party, like the day party today, starts at 1, it's from 1 to 7, just to get guys out of the house, man. You know, you don't want to stay cooped up in the house. People want to socialize. This right here is very difficult. It's very difficult, man, just to be cooped up for days at a time, you know. So we made that adjustment. We try to turn night into day and day into night, right? Shout out to my brother Rob at Sweet Georgia Cafe. He was saying, hey, let's just flip it around. We'll have day parties, and you party, you know, have some drinks, you know, from 1 to 6, 1 to 7, whatnot, and then you take it on in early, basically. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what we were trying to do, but as you can see, they shutting everything down, unfortunately. So, you know, maybe it's the best thing to do to go about it. You know, they're probably seeing information that, you know, we're not seeing. They're saying the COVID cases are up. So this is what they're doing to try to get the COVID cases back down. And this is tough, man. Like I said before, the whole world has kind of been turned on its head right now. And all you can do is just make that adjustment. Shout out to James Best for the $4.99 super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that, brother. Now we got my brother Ja King, who says, I'm hitting Cartagena first, then Medellin on the first. So, you know, hopefully, I think the restrictions in Cartagena are a little lighter. I think it's a little later. So, you know, hopefully you guys can still have a good time. You know, it's funny, man, because everybody was having a great time just a few weeks ago. Everything was all good a week ago, right? And like I said, after this holiday, we went on a lockdown for the holiday, and it still seemed like the cases possibly went back up. So, unfortunately, like I said before, unless you're a veteran, my suggestion to the guys who, you know, coming down here for a weekend, you know, you might want to push your trip back to May if possible, or go to Mexico, or even go to holla at my man Flip Flop in DR. I believe in Puerto Plata, the casino is wide open, so you can stay out. Shout out to my boy Cardell, who's out there right now. Me and Cardell had a good conversation yesterday about, you know, restrictions, everything going down in Sosua right now. I believe you can stay out to about, I think you said like 12 o'clock, midnight. So that's much better than not being able to leave your spot at all, okay? Drew Sato, we just talked about the DR, brother. He says, what's the issue in DR? Still lockdown mode? Any bros? No. Yeah, like I said, Cardell is in Sosua currently, and you can be in the casino to, I believe, midnight, and you have to be home by 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. So it looks like DR might be popping, man. It might be back on open. All right, J Man said, I heard Bogota is the cheapest out of all the big cities. Is that true? Yeah, according to the doc, it is. According to one of my guys who goes to Bogota, and he's the only guy I know that go to Bogota so much. So he always tells me how cheap Bogota is. So, yeah, you know, it looks like it is cheap. Well, Foster, you in San Domingo right now, brother? I might come out there and holler at you, man. I'm thinking about going out to San Domingo next week. Brother, I'm not sure of the situation in France. I'm not really sure about the situation in France, unfortunately, brother. So, yeah, guys, just a quick update here, man. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the day party, the last day party for the weekend before the lockdown goes in. If you have any questions, email me at blackmantravels@gmail.com, man. I answer emails all the time. or you can inbox me if you're on a Facebook group. Now, if you're not my friend, I'm not going to see your message, unfortunately. So it's probably the best way to communicate with me is probably would be blackmentravels@gmail.com. And I dropped my WhatsApp number in there, I believe, yesterday. So you can shoot me a WhatsApp as well if you have any questions at all about Colombia or just traveling in general, man. Like I say, I answer guys' emails all the time. And it be some good emails. You know, some guys be a little long-winded, but it's all good because I know what brothers go through in the matrix, man. So I don't mind if I have the information, I freely give it to you, brothers. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue with that because I want to see all of us win. Okay, this is a movement. You know, I want brothers to be happy, man. You know, you don't have to be miserable, bro. And for all the YouTubers that try to monetize, you know, misery, male misery, you know, come on, guys. You know, you don't have to. You got one life to live. You got one life to live, fellas. There's no reset button here, guys. So the thing about this channel, this movement is we always talking about self-improvement. We got shows on crypto. We got shows on real estate, buying foreign real estate. We want to see brothers be able to elevate themselves economically and take away from the economic castration that the nations have. Now, the good thing is, you know, being an American citizen, you have access to capital. That's the cool thing about it. You know, you can access, you can improve on your credit, you can get financing. That's the cool thing about being American. What we're trying to tell you guys is utilize your American dollar like a weapon, you know. And I want to answer another question that the brother asked in one of the posts on Facebook. Another thing, you have to adjust your life, your finances to be able to travel, okay? You might not be able to afford to go out every weekend, hang with your family, hang with your fellas, and then travel as well, because every dollar counts when you travel, man. You want to be able to save enough money to where even if you're in a situation where you got to stay a longer amount of time, maybe they shut down the borders or something, you want to be able to have your paper right. So, you know, you have to adjust your finances, man. Like in the States, I don't go out at all. The most I do is I might go to a bar and have a drink. I might play a little poker. You know, poker is my thing. But for the most part, man, I barely drink, barely socialize in America because I know that I'm going to have my fun overseas, right? So you got to make that sacrifice, guys, you know, and it can be done. So all I'm trying to say is don't get caught up in being miserable. You know, don't get caught up in the woe is me movement that's on YouTube right now where they want to joke about you staying on the plantation, right? They want to joke about, you know, you're not being happy and making light of what females are doing or what these people over here are doing. No, this group is about solution. This movement is about solutions for black men, okay, to be able to elevate, right? Because like I said before, when black men had the world, more people were doing better, okay? We don't crab, you know, it's not in our nation to crab over everything, you know? No, we share. Shout out to my brother Cardell, shout out to Rigo Taxi out there in the DR, you know, doing food drives and stuff like that. And that's what we want to do, okay? We want to be able to help people. We want to put ourselves in a position to where we can help more people because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's not all about, you know, having partying, drinking, and, you know, messing with mangoes. It's not all about that. Okay, it's really about helping people at the end of the day. And that's what this movement is about. So, brothers, I appreciate you joining me for the show today. We get a chance, man, check out the merch. You know, purchase some of the merch, man. The shirts off the chain. You know, good quality T-shirts, man. They're not going to shrink on you or nothing like that when you wash them one time. We got some good quality shirts. So, brothers, like I said before, if you have any questions, let me make sure I get through all the comments. Oh, shout out to, we got another super chat here. Shout out to Mountain Lord for the $5 super chat. He says, I'm buying my plane tickets at the end of the month for a June trip. So it looks like Cartagena or Bogota for 2 weeks. I live in Atlanta, by the way. Shout out to my brother, Mountain Lord, man. Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm not really familiar with Bogota like that. I've been to Bogota, but I was only there for like a day or two. Bogota's kind of cold, man. So, you know, here in Medellin, 75 degrees every day. You know, we get a lot of rain here, but for the most part, the weather is perfect. It's called the city of eternal spring. So if you out here for 2 weeks, man, you know, holla at me. Try to stop by Medellin. From Bogota to Medellin, it might be $30-40. It's not that much, you know. People fly around Colombia all the time. Now, Cartagena is dope. But, you know, is a little bit of get the gringo in Cartagena. So if you know somebody that's been out there for a while, or know how to move around out there, you can holler at my brother Branjour, or you can shoot me an email. All right. And we can tell you some spots that's not gonna hit you all over the head. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to be interviewing a brother who actually owns a restaurant in Cartagena. And I gotta be telling brothers all the time, man, once you meet these guys that are buying real estate out here, buying restaurants, buying businesses, opening up businesses, doing concerts, that will motivate you to say, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. Okay, it's a lot of economic opportunities out here, not only in Medellin or not only in Colombia, but just worldwide, period, man. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of economic opportunities in Africa as well, in the Caribbean, in Brazil, South America. Like I say, weaponize your dollar. Your dollar is powerful. The USD, the American dollar, is powerful out here, brothers. You will be surprised what you can get for 10,000 US overseas. I know a guy that built a condo in the Philippines, I believe, for $6,000, and it was a nice condo. He showed me pictures at Sweet Georgia. He was like, "Yeah, man, I built this for $6,000." So this is the information I try to tell the brothers. Like, brother, you don't got to sit in the States and be paying. You work just to pay bills and die. You don't have to live that lifestyle, okay? You can save your money. You can invest your money in some type of long-term asset. You take that money and you go overseas and you build something, whether it be a little business, whatever it is. You just build something overseas, man, and improve your lifestyle. And the women are just the icing on the cake, fellas. I think we got another. Hold on, we got another super chat. Oh, we got another super chat from my brother Drew Sato. Shout out him for the $5 super chat. Enough respect for being an advocate, bro. Yeah, man, I want to see us win collectively. And like I say this all the time, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't be successful individually. You can be a very successful black man in America, okay? I don't take that for granted. All I'm saying is I want to see more black men out here winning, man. I'm tired of seeing all these sad-ass stories, all the police brutality. That kind of drains your energy when you wake up every morning and you see another black man got killed by the police or another black man in an overdose or something like that. Just all this negative news and everything. You want to be like, damn, it's okay to be happy, to wake up happy sometimes, man. We have so much pressure on us from the outside world. And the sad part about it is you got a lot of other black men that really don't want to see you happy. That's why I like this movement, because for the most part, even though we go back and forth in the group, for the most part, it's positive. It's a very positive platform. I just had to tell brothers sometimes that, hey, man, brothers gonna joke around with you because you got a lot of brothers that's kind of sensitive. And brothers are making some crazy posts sometimes too. And guys will call out a crazy post. Guys will call out a crazy comment. I mean, we got 5,700 brothers in this group, right? And we're gonna start monetizing the group, right? When we drop this app, shout out to my brother Citizen Lou. We talk about the app every day. When we drop this app, man, you're gonna be able to upload your stuff as well. Whatever products you're selling, you're gonna be able to upload that as well. We want the app to be like an economy for black men to be able to support each other. That's what we're working on, man. That's what we're working on over here. We're working. So once again, brothers, I appreciate you joining me. I'm gonna do another live probably tomorrow, and we're gonna probably have a good subject because I really want to go deep into that. Can you turn a pro into a housewife? Because that's a touchy subject. I want to go deep on that. So peace, brother.